Vedanta and Privilege, Part 3. The question is asked: from what does this universe come? In what does it remain? To what does it go back? And the answer is: from love it comes, in love it remains, back it goes on to love. Thus, we are in a position to understand that whether one likes it or not, there is no going back for anyone. Everyone has to get to the center, however, he may struggle to go back. Yet, if we struggle consciously, unknowingly, it will smooth the passage, it will lessen the jar and quicken the time. Another conclusion we naturally arrive at from this is that all knowledge and all power are within and not without. What we call nature is a reflecting glass, that is all the use of nature, and all knowledge is this reflection of the within of this glass of nature. What we call powers, secrets of nature, and force are all within. In the external world are only a series of changes. There is no knowledge in nature, all knowledge comes from the human soul. Man manifests knowledge, discovers it within himself, which is pre existing through eternity. Everyone is the embodiment of knowledge, everyone is the embodiment of eternal bliss and eternal existence. The ethical effect is just the same, as we have seen elsewhere, with regard to equality. But the idea of privilege is the bane of human life. Two forces, as it were, are constantly at work, one making caste and the other breaking caste. In other words, the one making for privilege, the other breaking down privilege. And whenever privilege is broken down, more and more light and progress comes to the race. This struggle we see all around us. Of course, there is first the brutal idea of privilege, that of the strong over the weak. There is the privilege of wealth. If a man has more money than another, he wants a little privilege over those who have less. There is still subtler and more powerful privilege of intellect. Because one man knows more than others, he claims more privilege. And the last of all, and the worst, because the most tyrannical, is the privilege of spirituality. If some people think they know more of spirituality, of God, they claim a superior privilege over everyone else. They say, come down and worship us, you common herds. We are the messengers of God, and you have to worship us. None can be Vedantist, and at the same time admit of privilege to anyone, either mental, physical, or spiritual. Absolutely no privilege for everyone, for anyone. The same power is in every man, the one manifesting more, the other less. The same potentiality is in everyone. Where is the claim to privilege? All knowledge is in every soul, even in the most ignorant. He has not manifested it, but perhaps he has not had the opportunity. The environments were not perhaps suitable to him. When he gets the opportunity, he will manifest it. The idea that one man is born superior to another has no meaning in Vedanta. That between two nations one is superior and the other inferior has no meaning whatsoever. Put them in the same circumstance and see whether the same intelligence comes out or not. Before that, you have no right to say that one nation is superior to another. And as to spirituality, no privilege should be claimed there. It is a privilege to serve mankind, for this is the worship of God. God is here in all these human souls. He is the soul of man. What privilege can men ask? There are no special messengers of God, never were and never can be. All beings, great or small, are equally manifestations of God. The difference is only in the manifestation. The same eternal message which has been eternally given comes to them little by little. The eternal message has been written in the heart of every being. It is there already, and all are struggling to express it. Some, in suitable circumstances, express it a little better than others, but as bearers of the message, they are still all one. What claim to superiority is there? The most ignorant man, the most ignorant child, is as great a messenger of God as any that ever existed, and as great as any that are yet to come. For the infinite message is there imprinted once for all in the heart of every being. Wherever there is a being, that being contains the infinite message of the Most High. It is there. The work of the Advaita, therefore, is to break down all these privileges. It is the hardest work of all, and curious to say, it has been less active than anywhere else in the land of its birth. If there is any land of privilege, it is the land which gave birth to this philosophy. Privilege for the spiritual man as well as for the birth of man. They have not so much privilege for money. That is one of the benefits, I think. But privilege for birth and spirituality is everywhere.